mouse is stuck. Okay. Oops. We're good to go. Yeah, I think we are. Right. Did fuck about a bit yet yesterday. I'm guessing I can get some font rendered today. Yeah, I'm gonna change this. What does it need? Right, okay, so I should have been... I'm trying to get font rendered onto the window. I can stop looking at this weird gradient thing. Get some font going. So for that, I think I'm using the TrueType package for Zig. It's the same one that Casey uses, the STB TrueType. And as far as I can see, the API is more or less the same. So if I'm right, this should just take bytes. Okay, perfect. Get rid of this. We do have, I think, refile. Can rename some of this stuff. Where do I? TTB. What's it? TTF. What's it called? Yeah. How do I use it? Get the TrueType font. Then what do you do with it? Well, anyhow, let's just get the font first. fs dot current working directory dot read all. I always forget. Read all. I did read it. Hey, the Shadow King, how you doing? I'm pretty sure I've read files before. Is it read entire file? Oh yes, I think that's what it's called. No, it's not. Hey, I'm trying to get font working. Well, I'm trying to load a font so that I can render it onto the window, an X11 window. Why am I? Yeah, well, I mean, that's what I'm trying to do right now. And why I need the font is, well, I'm trying to build a debugger. Maybe, I'm not sure. But I figured I need some fonts first. And I'm following Handmade Hero. Wherever it's like, it makes sense too. I followed the first 25 episodes to get the platform layer working. And now I'm just looking at how Casey does fonts. Yeah, that's what's going on. Set read. What was it called? Hero. Oh yeah, okay, I see. Because it's reader dot. What did I read file here? Copy file. Right, because I use this copy file. File dot write all. So there should be read all. Go. Maybe reader. I had it like, or maybe it's still in my comments. I think because the API changed between when I read file the last time. Okay, so directory. Delete. Okay, just read. Use read file. I think there's a read file alloc. Okay, reads all the bytes from the name file, and I'll do. What does it need? Directory subpath. Oh, I think I should. Oh no, this is fine. I'll just rename this to font.ttf. Font path. Allocate arena.cator. And what else? What is limit? It's max bytes, use size. Windows, file paths. Maybe I can just pass it size of file. But then I'll have to open the file. I just pass on. Small u. Okay, and then I can get the true type font. Okay, what happens next? I need the scale. TTF dot scale for pixel height. What does this do? Is it the pixel size? I just put 20 for now. I'm gonna write it to the window. We don't need that. What's the buffer for? Add a list and managed. I guess to write to stand it out. What's IT? Iterator. Standard Unicode UTF-8 view. And a comp time example string. Oh, right, okay. Turn the string into an iterator and you go through the whole string. And then you do something with it. Okay. So I gotta render this onto the display buffer. Okay, to go through each character, code point glyph index, and you get a glyph, clear buffer, glyph bitmap, takes an allocator, what scale? Okay, that's why you need the buffer. Pixels is buffered items. Yeah. What is, oh, it's just dimensions. Right byte. What the fuck is that? Interesting. Alright, let's give it a go. Oh, I think because I do remember. Where's the exam? I think it tries to print here. Don't need that. Right, so where is render game? Let's make a copy of this. Color render font, screen buffer, display window, and GC. Yep. No. I think it needs to be edited into the buffer. Yeah. Render text. Can add some padding and then just print it on the top right for now. Should I just get the font? No, I'll pass in. Maybe I can save this. Game memory, game state. True type. What was that type? I guess I could just figure this out when I render. Yeah, I don't need that. That is game state. Was it game state or memory? I can clean it up later. Okay, now in my renderer, scale is, hang on. I think I don't need that. I'm not building a game anymore, so maybe I should rename. Okay, I'll leave it as is for now. We wanna one thing at a time. Yep, don't need this. Scale will be game dot ttf. Okay. Excuse me. Now the question is, how do I write it to the buffer? What is pixels? Is buffer.items. Height, width. Okay, because it's writing a, I think, 2-dimensional array to 1-dimensional array. Hence this. Let's try that. I need the glyph. Glyph, buffer, and scale. And an allocator. What is GPA? Well, that's going to be tricky. Where am I going to find the allocator from? Okay, so I think this is not the way to do it. I think I need to write it to the buffer first. Actually, that's fine. Why did I? Let's get a buffer. Don't need to deinit. Which one takes an allocator? Oh, it doesn't need to be deinit because I'm using an arena allocator. Okay, variety is standard dot Unicode UTF 8 view. Sample iterator. Does mean I don't need to iterate through the entire buffer. This has got to be written to the screen buffer. Kind of lost. Don't think I can write it this way because it's a single pixel. Sense of height width. Right byte. I did right byte. Maybe I can use this display buffer as how do I get a writer? This kind of looks. It's file. Stand it in. All right, let me go through the example. Field it dot next code point. It's an unsigned 21. Okay, so if the glyph exists for that symbol, TTF dot glyph index of code point. Oops, I locked my screen. It happens quite a few times. TTF is game memory. TTF. I think it broke my screen. No, how come it was still streaming? Clear the buffer and then get dimensions. Retaining capacity. What does this do? Oh, it's text buffer. Okay, just clears the length. And then get dimensions, because dimensions equals try. Game memory. TTF dot glyph bitmap. Needs an allocator. Pixels. I think that must be text buffer. I think it needs a pointer. Yeah. What else does it need? Needs the glyph index. Okay. Glyph What else does it need? Scale X. What's that? All right, okay. Okay, got dimensions. Pixels is buffer.items. But didn't we just clear all the pointers? Oh, because that's what it's... No. Well, it's the next bit that I'm not sure of. Now I've got to write it to the buffer. Actually, for say padding, height. Window height. So that could be the slash n. Okay, what am I doing? I think it's a lot simpler than that. It is J. Not sure if you can write this as is. Needs to be written to the buffer. Hey, what's the name? STB, the lip that holds every game together. So I've been hearing. Okay, I think after I could just do buffer index plus equals 1. Let's do padding. Then here, oh no, move this here. Yeah, let's try that. Can I do int cast dimensions dot height? What type is it? C16. Okay, yeah, that could work. So this would be buffer of buffer index. It's equal to that. I don't know if that's gonna work. Let's see what happens. We need to call the renderer. So render the window first. Oh no. What does this do anyway? Okay, it's just printing to the window. Okay. Here needs 2 more things now. I think it needs the allocator. I mean, oh sorry. Allocator, game memory, and buffer. So that should print it. Okay, I think that should be it. It's not it. Expected type mem.allocator. Found that. Did I miss something? Oh, I did miss something. 56. I think the order is not right. Expected type usize found. Are you that limit? What line was it again? 6. Same line. Okay. Max byte. Expected type point. I can be a const. It's not gonna be modified. The file too big. Really? How big is the file? I mean, that's not too big. I think because I passed the max bytes at 0. If the file is larger than max bytes returns, error file too big. What do I pass it? Can't be negative. Do I have to find out the size of the file? Test directory, real path alloc, gamelib. Oh, it's just use dynamic library. What's it called again? Read file alloc. Oh, I could do that. Okay, what happened? Oh, I need to update the type. Dot, not common. Mem dot allocator. Where do I call it? Yeah, here. Peanut dot. Okay, that is wrong. It should just be that. I can't pass it an allocator. Only extern structs and ABI size packed structs are extern compatible. Actually, that can be fixed. What do I do with the allocator? Okay, so I could just pass it. No. Well, that's no good, is it? Actually, it doesn't need to be extern struct. I don't need to Mm. I could simplify it a lot. Get rid of that. Yep. I think, yeah, remove this. I don't need that. Could update my build. Let's see what happens. What? Is it still calling? Expected type void found. Oh yeah, because it doesn't have a return type. Build to get on dimensions. I think I put Oh yeah, because that thing should be frame buffer the memory. Expected type. I don't see the text. Do I need to set a font color? I think I can log that. Okay, so the glyph does work. Bitmap. Well, how do I know if it's with the font color? Let me check what Casey does. Using gecko point, font scaling. Displaying the
We're just not
bitmap.
running it, so let's go ahead now and run it. And I feel like the right place to put this would be in our head spewing code. That seems like kind of the obvious place for it. So instead of spewing heads, we could instead just spew a ton of, yeah, I mean, a ton of ends. Why not, right? So we've got the particle being rendered here. I'll go ahead and say let's not do that. Instead of doing that, let's go ahead and do our test font, which I assume would work fine. Push bitmap. What is the problem? Loaded bitmap needs to be an address. That's fine. And so let's run it and see how we did. Oh, so disappointing. Where are they? That's just cruel, really, right? When you think about it. So let's go back up here. Let's step into this and see what I did wrong there. what did I call that function? I don't even remember. Make nothings test. So let's see here. What did we do wrong? Let's step in. Let's step into this guy. Destro plus equals result pitch. This equals destro. That part's correct. The source steps through for every pixel, which is also correct. That looks roughly right to me. That looks roughly right, I would say. So I'm going to go ahead. I don't see anything obviously wrong, so I'm going to continue with what I just said.
I mean, these guys are persistent.
And step into it. I think that's the only sane thing to do. I think that's the only sane thing to do. So let's go ahead and go here. I assume we actually load this file correctly. Let's find out if that's true. We do. We can see that it actually has some contents there. We'll initialize the font. We'll take a look. Num glyphs 3400. That's a lot of glyphs. Must have a lot of Unicode in there in Arial. So it looks, I mean, I feel like that's a reasonable set of things there, certainly. Let's see how mono bitmap works. So mono bitmap comes back just fine. The width and the height, 66 and 83, totally seem reasonable to me. Nothing particularly weird going on there. So let's see here, source and dest. So we come through here. Let's take a look. Our alpha value here is 1. I'm going to set a breakpoint there. So we should have been seeing something. I mean, an alpha value of 4 is certainly very faint, but we should have been seeing something, right? I'm going to step to the next row.
Is oh, why am I so sure? It's the, hang on. Let me just print it as one. How would that be? How do I print? I assume one should be, oh no, hang on. Yeah, it does print something, but I think the glyph is too small. Oh yeah, that's why. Okay, now it just prints it all together. This is the width padding plus. That's weird. Geez, Phantom font is much harder than I thought it'd be.
I mean, there's an alpha value of 70, so clearly I messed something up. Unsurprisingly, Sean did not make a mistake. I made a mistake. Um, and, that's just the way it goes sometimes. Now, it could be that these aren't getting extended to 32-bit. That is a very possible thing.
Actually, that is possible. But I don't think that's it in my case. I think I'm missing a few things. Yeah, I think I'm not even close. So let me have a look at the example again. really understand what this code is doing. What happens if I print that? I think they're all overlapping. That's what I just realized. This is not right either. Should be height. Then width. Okay, maybe I was right. Should be the other way around though. What if I swap this out? I think I did already. I mean, it prints something.
See if that's true. So I'm going to take a look at one previous from the dest. I want to see what its hexadecimal value is. That doesn't make a whole lot of sense to me. What was the alpha value last time around? Oh, of course, you won't tell me. So let's see what the alpha value is now. It's FF. So my destination is FF. So I don't know what's... that looks like I'm doing it properly, right? At least it seems like it to me. Yeah, so that would be full alpha, full white, right? So that seems pretty good to me. Width, height, pitch. So I don't know what's going on there. That's a little odd to me, to be honest. That seems a little odd. So let's hop down to our particle system and see if I did something separately stupid, because that looks like it's a reasonable thing to want to do.
Yeah, but I think I'm not even rendering the font correct. I didn't think that was valid code. I don't know what this is doing, to be honest. No, it just prints it. Okay, at least it's doing something. Okay, I mean it's too many, or maybe not too many characters. Because I think the glyph dimensions are not right. Because it either has width or it has height, but it needs both. That's funny. Well, I mean, it's font rendering 101. Yeah, I think my render is quite wrong. Render totally incorrect. Alright, I think it's a problem for tomorrow. I have no idea why it's wrong. But it does look wrong. I don't know why. I think I know why, because it's writing all of this onto a single pixel. But it needs to write. Okay, I'll figure that out tomorrow. I have no idea why that's failing. But it is definitely wrong. Can't let it go either. Alright, hope you have a good day, good weekend, I guess. I'll see you back here on Sunday. Maybe tomorrow. I don't know. See what I feel like. I swear it's gonna get better. I'll figure it out at some point. I mean, seems like a good starting point. It's the first time I'm rendering font, so it's fine. I'll figure it out. Not too bothered. Alright, okay. See ya. And have a good one.